I'm just going to try and ask you to sort of summarise why do you think that the approach of the sort of using citizen science or members' experiments, what was the sort of the success of that, or why do you think it was successful from HDRA's point of view?
Do you want to take that? I think the fact that we could say to people at the end of the day, this is how you garden organically, and come up with a plausible series of methods and recommendations that could only have been done as a result of the work that was done by members' experiments. And the fact that we were able to get that message out through booklets, books, TV, press releases, radio, all of that.
And visitors coming to Ryton.
And got it. And also as well, we've not mentioned this so far, but we were also able to influence people like Jeff Hamilton of Gardener's World, so that he actually became an organic gardener, and we were advising him in the early days as well. So that, that just the whole package really was responsible for it, for us changing the way people garden organically.
And I think it's true that when we started, a lot of the gardening writers were chemical, and by the time, well, certainly when we left, 99% of gardening writers wouldn't talk about using chemicals. And even people like Monty Don now, he doesn't say all the time, this is organic gardening, this is organic, which we did because when we started off at Ryton and in the early days, because they take it for granted. He may mention it in passing, and and Jeff Hamilton used to say, I'm an organic sort of chap, so I do this. But that came after, all the work that people like you and us did, all the staff at Ryton, pushing that message out all the time.
And you could see that as well in the Royal Horticultural Society, which is, the country's prominent gardening organisation. If you read their magazine now, they have a page on wildlife gardening. They talk about resistant varieties. They will only refer to chemical use as a sort of something you do in extremis at the end.
Exactly.
You should be composting. It's all changed. And in fact, we were really pleased in 2006 after we'd retired when the RHS actually awarded us honorary lifetime fellowships for the work that we did with HDRA while we were there. And they said that organic gardening during that period, as a result of what HDRA did, had gone from being a fringe activity to a major feature of 21st century gardens and gardening. And I think that just shows how far it's come.
How far it's come,
I mean, when we began, we were just cranks.
But I think the sort of the real success factor was obviously that the members did the experiments and they were all very relevant and therefore applicable to the uptake of the findings were really quick.
Absolutely.
But it was also in that fantastic ability to communicate from Lawrence originally, his way with words, but also from all of you who took over in the early days in the 70s. You two and Pauline as well.
Absolutely.
Really bringing up the communication and reaching out to a completely different level. I mean, through television and really thinking.
Pauline was Pauline and Sue, and Bob as well, were invaluable in the organisation because they knew how to garden properly, organically. Whereas
we just talked about
it. My passion was on the healthy food side, if I'm honest. I'm not a very good gardener, but the fact that we had them who knew exactly what they were doing.
But they weren't only good what they were doing, but it was also about writing about it and talking about it.
They were really good. That's
they were great communicators.
There were so many books in the early 80s, wasn't there, published by all the staff.
So many.
That's great. Thank you very much.